Well, they're going to have to keep on borrowing money to run the country.
All of their austerity measures have just created more debt. And that's the same for all of the European countries that have been forced into austerity measures.
So we do away with all the money, and we run something like what I was telling you the other day in Port this afternoon about the most successful time in Roman history was when they run the currency on
copper.
And they gave it to that.
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
It's a matter of convenience, for God's sake. Everything is in the ground and in people's time.
So we have a countdown going. Day 1 is over. So, what do you see has been the determining factors of where we're at this point in time? With people we've been talking to on the Skype. With this latest opportunity from a Christian group to look at what they're saying, to find out if it's true or not.
Well, it's out there. They've...
Well, let's do it from the, from the good side. Let's say...
No, there's this tidal wave. Everybody's been dreaming of tidal waves, the danger of tidal waves, and they're viewing it as this destructive force that is going to flood. And now, I believe it can go one of two ways, depending...
Go positive.
Well, the positive is the tidal wave in the spiritual that has been happening. People around the world have been waking up. They have been taking to the streets, protesting for Palestine, on behalf of Palestine, to back off Israel and to free Palestine. And we've been saying over and over, Palestine is the litmus test for all of the leaders of the world. Now, it's a case of thousands, millions waking up and demanding that Palestine be set free. So it's the force now of the people awake who are behind the tidal wave in the spirit as the waves become crashing in to wipe out and destroy this world as a geopolitical construct by the Jews, Judaism, call it for what it is, the snake is Judaism.
Correct.
Must be destroyed.
Correct.
Spiritual tidal wave. The enemy has been dealt with. There is no more demonic power around to influence the minds of men. This is what this is. As Adam said, clearly, the souls of mankind are in fear for their own souls. Because rightfully they are at the door. I'm going to go through the latest dream to explain exactly what it means. Tonight, one wrote in and said, so we've passed November 30th. So what happened November 30th? We get the vote for Palestine. This is huge. After how many years? 60 odd years? More than 64. 64 years, longer.
If some idiot wrote an answer question.
No. Oh. No, what they wrote was spot on. It was Granite Man who he was just commenting. So now we're up to December 4th. Yahweh has been contemplating about pulling the plug for a very long time. It's only his patience, and I might add, the vote for Palestine by 138 nations. The 41 abstainees understand why. The 9 who voted, well, what have we got?
I'll just say Google Marshall Island, zoom in there. There's been at least less than 200 houses.
The writer of this, who is Jewish, his name's Rabboni. but he's writing the case for Palestine. This is a site through Finkelstein. So what have you got? You've got those openly opposing this vote, and this was actually written before the vote, the day before. Those openly opposing this vote can easily be counted on the fingers of, the way he puts it, an amputated hand. Israel, the United States, which is more pro-Israel than Israel itself. Canada, which is more pro-Israel than even the United States. And perhaps one or two Pacific islands casting one of their final United Nations votes, since they will be rewarded for their obeisance, meaning obeying, by further North American carbon emissions and an attendant rise in the sea level. So what is he saying? He will be wiped out by a tsunami.
Right.
Why? Because Rothschild announced to the world 3 weeks ago that they now control the world's weather. Now, we've known that all along, HAARP and all the rest of it, but they are formally alerting the world that the Rothschild Company, LLC, controls the weather. Not only controls the weather, but controls the reporting agencies, which will warn the people of the dangers of the weather that they are about to face because of the Rothschild Company, who will be creating the very bad weather that will cause tremendous death and destruction, should they be allowed to get away with it. Remember, we are in the judgment hall of God, and God has always used his enemy to bring judgment against nations that deserve judgment. Is that not true?
Yes, you always make your enemy's enemy your friend.
That's right. So,
Nebuchadnezzar.
that's what's going on. So those pathetic little Pacific Islanders who barely have internet anyway to know what's really going on, they followed the beast. Well, you know, one of them has a population of 10,000 people.
That's more than Marshall Islands.
Yeah. Right. Well, listed in Wikipedia,
yeah, right.
Marshall Islands has a population of 54,503 people. Well, that's
standing side by side and fill the entire lagoon.
Yeah, okay. Now, so what we've got is the rabid dog, Israel, and it's, well, it's not even puppies, it's actually the tail of the dog. Turn it around, you've still got Britain behind everything, laying low, as always. Do they not do that? They are always the ones behind. It's over and over and over. Okay. Where are we? Oh, Adam's latest dream. As those of you are asking about judgment. Okay. This is what all of those unrepentant can expect. Right, as you know, Adam has very specific dreams. The angels have used him, point man if you like, throughout all of this. He's the Son of God, so what do you expect? This was last night, he tells me about it. I hadn't spoken to him for 2 nights previous to this, so this is significant. He went to the angels and he asked them to be explicit, very definitive in the next dream that they give him about what would happen. So in the dream, he says, me and you, meaning Adam and myself, are there, and this massive brick home, not sure where, but it was one level, and there were sections to be rebuilt. You grab mortar, I grab bricks. We move to the first section on our left. Now it's significant, everything is symbolic, moving to the left. What have we got? You've got the left, and you've got the right. You've got the sheep on the right, and you've got the goats on the left. grey, depressing skies. I looked up to you and said, there is no God here. In reference to us being ready to go and you wanting to be with God. Next moment, I'm grabbed by the ankle and you grab my hand and I'm being yanked and pulsated towards the sky. Scared the shit out of me. Then it finishes. Then I was dropped on the other side in the backyard of the house. And he actually said later, he says I was lying flat on my back. What does it mean? Well, Adam asked the angels to be very definitive about what it is that they would give him. So what did he experience? The separation of the tares and the wheat. What has been allowed to go on, which is prophecy.